This is Joe, and it's September 13th at 9:10 at night, and this is the last drive in my Jeep WJ 2002 V8 Select Track Grand Cherokee Laredo. And I'm kind of sad. So I've got Sinatra on, I got the windows down for the last time, and we've got about a 5-mile drive ahead of us to Infiniti of Manhasset. And I'll take this damn Bluetooth thing off. So my goal is to record the whole drive for prosperity. And Zorana is my co-pilot tonight.
Hello!
She doesn't usually hang out with me, and she just got lucky tonight to be on the last Jeep drive and what might be the first Infiniti drive, hopefully. Technically, I don't think I even have insurance anymore, because I already called Geico and they changed it over to the new car. But I had some very good memories in this Jeep. It's got 78,685 miles. And I'd bet 78,000 of them were from me, sitting right here. Occasionally, my dad would drive it, or my sister would drive it when she used to come in and needed a car and I had an extra one or something. But yeah, most of mine, I had it from I think like 2 miles, May 8th, 2002. It was a sunny day. Its first ride was from Westbury Jeep in Westbury to the Midget Squadron Yacht Club in Brooklyn, where everybody got to see it for the first time. I got to take some pictures with it in my old black Jeep, which now my cousin has. And it served me really well. It never really broke down. One time the power steering went, but it was still drivable, and nothing major ever really hurt on it. But the warranty's up. Things are getting a little tough on it, and I can hear noises that I never heard before. Wow, that was close. Found noises I never heard before, and each time it goes on. And I realized my first car was actually a white 1986 Jeep Cherokee, and I bought it when it was 10 years old. And it still treated me good, and hopefully this Jeep has a long life ahead of it, and it'll go to somebody who maybe is a college kid, maybe doesn't have the money for a new car, but I'm sure it'll treat them well. And I'll bet it starts another Jeep passion for somebody else.
It got stuck. We got stuck at right.
It got stuck in the Adirondacks, but that wasn't because of it. It was only because of the driver. And I just wanted to try, you know, you don't know the limits of a car until you push it beyond the limits. And then, like a brick wall, it just sort of hits you. And now I know, do not try to cross a 4-foot deep, 3-foot wide trench in the middle of the Adirondacks without even a sturdy tree to tie yourself to and trying to get it out. But it made it through. We did get it out, and it still ran fine. I don't know what everybody's gonna do. I mean, I've convinced probably 10 people to buy Jeeps over the years, at least 10 Jeeps. And then some of them have been repeat business since then. So, I don't know what I'm gonna do. My friends are definitely gonna give me grief for not having a Jeep. I guess I'll be Jeepless Joe for a while. I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss Brianna's Jeep, which I traded out because mine was just a CD player and hers is a CD player and cassette. And granted, it wasn't a big difference, but why not just keep it if you have to? Most of the time playing in the radio is my Frank Sinatra CDs.
Blowing in from across the sea.
I used to have a computer over here. The guy who did the inspection don't know that there's nothing behind these vents. There used to be a pipe, but they'll deal with it. The bastards only gave me $5,000 for it. I know it's worth at least 6 or 7, but I'd be too sad. If I kept this Jeep and tried to sell it myself, I'd never sell it. And I really don't want to push that much money to have 2 cars and 2 insurances. But if I didn't trade it in, it'd sit in my driveway forever. This is one of the first Jeeps to have the tire pressure monitoring system. Now it's coming standard in a lot of cars, but this is one of the first. And it's been a big help. It saved me. A couple of times the tires were going flat and I had to pull over and change them. The furthest this Jeep has been, well, furthest north it's been, it's got to be, I think I've taken it to Buffalo. I think I took it to Buffalo when my sister was going to school there. You notice we just got passed by a green Ferrari or Lamborghini on the right, but it's probably out of view already. I'm sure I could ride right over it. Yeah, I've gone up bigger obstacles than that before. But back to where I was. I think the furthest north it's been has got to be the Adirondack house. I don't really go up to Maine. I did a trip to Rhode Island and places like that, but I had a rental. So I don't really think it's been that far north in 5 years. It never really got that far. It loves the snow, of course. I love the snow. I don't know if it ever got to Buffalo. I know I had my black Jeep when my sister started going. I got this in 2002. So you know what? I don't think it ever did get to Buffalo. You know, it really hasn't been all that far, unfortunately. I didn't make the trip to Florida. Did that in my mom's car. I think this has actually only been to... It's been to Pennsylvania. I've taken Philadelphia a few times. New Jersey. It's been to Atlantic City. It's been out on Long Island to... I guess... not quite the Hamptons, but pretty close out. A couple times. But you know, this Jeep really never got to see the world. And I tried with my job, I tried to one time send it out to California by truck. And I just drive it back, but unfortunately that never happened. But hopefully, you know, maybe somebody will buy it in Sedona. That would be great. If I ran a Carfax on this VIN number in a couple of years and I find it was registered in Arizona, that would be great. Because I know it's always wanted to see Arizona. I'll leave the Frank Sinatra CD in the radio for whoever gets it next. I don't know if they'll appreciate it, like I have, but I can hope. I'll always have the pictures. tough 5 years. It's been a long 5 years. And Jeep wasn't always with me every place I was, but I was always thinking about it. Whenever I could, I rented the same type. It's been a good Jeep. I wish things were I could keep it. I could ride it up to the Adirondacks one last time and keep it up there, and it would always be there. But I don't have the resources to do that, and worse, I don't have the mechanical ability to keep it running years and years out. I tried it with my white Jeep. I left it up there for a whole year about, figuring I'd get it working and it would be the Jeep to drive around up there. But unfortunately the winters up there are pretty harsh. When you're not starting the car, the ice gets in it. It leaked through the sunroof, and what started out as a Jeep in relatively good condition with just bad head gaskets turned out to become a really dirty, moldy Jeep, and I felt really bad. But luckily a guy up there came by one day asking to buy it. He said he was gonna fix it up, so I just gave it to him. Because that shouldn't happen to any Jeep, let alone one of mine. My black Jeep, my black Grand Cherokee, that one got passed all around. I got it used in the summer of '98, I believe, or '99, the summer of '99. And it was a '96 Grand Cherokee Laredo black, 6-cylinder, not too fancy. It had side steps on it. I put in a better radio, a nice MP3 player radio, and I think I took that from about 30,000 miles to over 100,000 miles. And then I got my Jeep. I gave it to my dad, my old one. He drove it. I gave it to my sister, and she drove it. That Jeep made it down to Florida. It made it through a hurricane or two. We passed this dealer? No. Okay.
No.
Now it's back in New York. And when my dad got his new car, we gave it to my cousin Jason. And it's his first car and his first Jeep, and he likes it. And he got it, and he's put in time and effort into it. And though he's not the biggest off-roader in the world, he likes it for his own reasons. And we're just about here. So that Jeep's still in the family. And this is my last turn in this Jeep. So that's it. We're here at the Infiniti dealership. It's 9:25. This poor guy's been waiting past closing. And this is goodbye.